First thing, wake up out of dream, grab a lighter, something like a chica, on ripper, make sure it's cleaner, smoke session, make a what you need, in my car, cruising down the street, so stoned, I'ma need something to eat, ashes on my seat, How is everybody? I'm jamming. I haven't got no sleep. You gotta vibe out. Vibe the fuck out. What's up, Koo? Fuck around and never come down. How is everybody? I had to express myself. I've been up all day, all night. Divinely inspired. Divinely inspired, right? So I just want to encourage everybody, right? I want to encourage everybody because there was a point where I would have all these ideas, but I didn't have the confidence to take action on them. I just didn't think I could accomplish anything, like as far as like building logos and brands. And I know there's tools and there's resources out there, but they're very limited to what I'm going to do, what I'm working towards. But I fucking went on Microsoft Paint and just got creative and started creating all these emblems, and it started working out so perfect. And I was up all night, and at like 1 in the morning, I decided to take a bike ride, right? Check this out. And this is another thing I want to share with you. So, I've been struggling with, smoking, right? And I've just accepted it because I realized that it's in place for a reason. And I shared this in a previous video where I had this fucking nicotine craving, right? And sometimes they're really fucking bad. Sometimes I could just push them away, but sometimes they get a fire under my ass. And I go get a black and mild. Well, I did that this morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was questioning whether I should do it because I had these pouches, I had these nicotine pouches. So I had no use for it, but I wanted to fucking smoke a black and mild. Something about the smoke is just calming and chillax, So I took my ass down to the 7-Eleven, right? And I just was riding around, just vibing out. And I ended up getting to this intersection, and I ran into this guy for the third time, right? And I just was like, I don't run into someone 3 times without them having something to tell me, so we get to talking and everything. And sure enough, he's a pianist, he's a musician. He's playing for 26 years, and he gave me the link to his YouTube video, and I followed it, and he's a great musician. And, I've been attracting all these musicians, and, where I'm currently staying, they have a band. So I networked and I gave them their information. But that's what I'm saying, like, I'm getting down on myself for this smoking and be like, oh, it's so bad. It's bad for me. Why can't I quit? And we'll get down on ourselves thinking it's us. But in all actuality, it's spirit. It's a way that they could fucking manipulate you. It sounds sickening, I know, but it's fucking true. It's so true. Because there's no way that this is the second time that I went to go get a fucking black and mild, and I ran into somebody, a soul brother, a soul fam. So if you're going through anything, whether it's overeating, fucking smoking, fucking tooting powder, shooting dope, whatever your thing is, pay attention, because there's no accidents. It's there to teach you something, and it's there to lead you to something. So just embrace it as much as you can. I know it sounds sickening to say, how the fuck do you embrace a heroin addiction? How the fuck do you embrace a crack habit? A nicotine habit, that's one thing, but it's all the same. Just one's socially accepted and one's not. It's all bullshit. They're all fucking anchors that keep you anchored in a fucking, I don't want to say a state of being that you don't want to be in, but, you know what I mean? It's just an attachment that, no good. Like, you want to remove as many attachments. The thing with nicotine is I just don't like how the cravings come so soon. And then if I go without it a prolonged amount of time, I notice my aggression going up, and I have to really refrain from projecting. but I'm aware of it. But I'm just saying, if you fucking are having these ideas, but you just can't take action on them, and you just seem not to go anywhere, just affirmations, just confirm every day in every way you are reaching your highest potential. Every day in every way, your fucking connection to spirit is getting stronger and stronger. Whatever affirmations you come up with, just say them with fucking meaning. And you know, that's not the only thing that I'm doing. Like, that's like a bare minuscule, but that's a good place to start. Because a lot of people, it's difficult to say, hey, become aware of your programs, you know? If it was that fucking easy, I think everybody would do it. And just know that it's a natural process that happens. It's not anything that anybody's really doing. It's just the more you become aware of these things, then they're there, you know? But until you are aware, until you are made aware, then they're just going on, you know? And you can get trapped in them motherfuckers for like 30 minutes and then like, damn, I spent 30 fucking minutes stewing about some shit that ain't even gonna happen on some low vibrational 3D type shit. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, don't get down on yourself. This shit's all unfolding. Like, when I tell you this, this is my belief. This is my projection. This is what's true to me. It might not feel true to you because you might like to be in such control of your life where you want to take accountability for every accomplishment you have, that you have ever made, because it makes you feel validated. It makes you feel worthy. But you have to ask yourself, who is it within me that feels validated, that feels worthy when I have these accomplishments? Because it's not your spirit. Your spirit's already validated. It's already fucking won. It's already whole. It doesn't need any of that shit. It could sit in a room all fucking day. Well, no, it can't. I'm lying. But you catch the gift. You catch the gift. Spirit's whole and complete. It's the ego that wants that validation and take fucking accountability for every fucking thing that it does, except the bullshit, right? And just ask yourself, who wants that validation, and what purpose does it serve? Does it serve my highest purpose, knowing that I'm in control of all this, and if I make a mistake, I fucked up and I got to get down on myself because I made a mistake, or whatever your fucking your thought process is on it. I'm here to tell you that everything is unfolding. At least it is for me. It might not seem like that for you because you haven't reached a level of healing, and that sounds egoic, but I'm not coming like that. But I'm just saying, like, some people aren't in that flow yet, and once you reach it, you'll fucking know where, like, you could look down at your fucking shoes and you'll get a sign like, damn, it's like all that dirt on the west side of my shoe. You know, something goofy. I'm just saying, you know, it could be a wrapper on the ground that you just, your awareness was pulled to out of nowhere. And then you pick up that wrapper and it fucking tells you something that you've seen 3 times already. And it's just guiding you along the way. It's just guiding you. And you don't have to worry. You're supported. You're fucking so supported. We are all so supported, and it's so beautiful. But you will not receive that support until you trust it. Until you say, I see it, I feel it, and I trust it, and I have faith. And you might not, in the beginning, in my journey, like when I first took that leap of faith and I left Illinois, you know, my spirit was fucking just not having it. Like, was not taking no fucking for an answer on sitting in Illinois any longer. But my ego was like, but it's safe here, it's safe. But something within me had to make that move, and I did. And, you know, everybody looking from the outside in would say, oh, look at his dumbass. He made a bad decision. Look, he took that leap of faith and got in a car accident and crashed his whole car, and now his whole life's falling apart. People, they don't see it, and they're going to judge it from their perception, and you cannot fucking trust it. You have to say that's your bullshit perception. And it has nothing to do with my state of being or my current circumstances. What you see is not what I see. And that's what we have to realize when it comes to other people's opinions about us, you know, their fucking judgments, or, you know, their critical advice on what we should do with our lives, whatever. It doesn't matter. We shouldn't listen to it unless, of course, it vibes with you and you'll feel it in your heart like, yeah, that's true. And you'll know it. But if it don't, then don't. You know, I left fucking Illinois, was like throwing up the deuces. And what made it a lot easier was I had a safety blanket of unemployment. And at the time it was only like, I think it was like $400 every 2 weeks. So it wasn't really, I mean, it was something, you know? I mean, compared to what, like, the security blanket I have now, I'm fucking set. Like, I'm fucking good. Like, I have the support of the universe. I can go out there with fucking zilch and just know that everything is gonna fucking buff out. It's all gonna buff out. And I wanna just share it with you all. I wanna share it with y'all. And I don't know how it's gonna work out because, you know, my service on my phone is only Wi-Fi. So as far as like, we're gonna make it work. You know what I mean? If Spirit wants me to record this journey, which I believe they do, you know, it's gonna get recorded. So I think it's gonna be a fucking exciting adventure. Get to sleep under the stars, get all this types of like fucking divine blessings. So if you're struggling with any area of your life, right? Let's just say for right now, Pluto's fucking out there vibing, right? And Pluto, he don't fuck around. He's like me. He smells bullshit, he's gonna call you on it. But if he sees that you're facing them fears and you're fucking overcoming them and you're healing, he's gonna send you fucking blessings. Oh, look like I cut myself. Did I cut myself? I think I did. I did. I tried to shave. I had a fucking razor head that didn't fit my fucking handle. So I had to fucking use my fucking just using a razor head like a goofy. But you got to make it happen, baby, by any means. It doesn't matter. Shit. I'll use that blood for a ritual later. Fuck you mean? You know what I mean? But this shit's all unfolding. It's all unfolding. And you could trust it. You could just trust. And whatever you want to do in life, just go for it. Say fuck it. Just go for it. I mean, you're on a fucking spinning globe floating through infinite empty space or whatever you want to call it. So if you're taking that serious and you're not asking questions about that, fucking, you got more problems than you fucking can imagine. I mean, I can't sit here to think that I'm on a globe, this planet called Earth, and this Earth is floating in empty space, and it's floating through it, and it's got all these other planets fucking circling around it or doing woo-wop the bam, and we're just here on planet Earth taking this shit all so serious, being good little sheep. Bah! Fuck that. You gotta live your life to the fullest. That's always at your elbow, baby. Remind yourself that every day. I could die today. Live every day as if it was your last day. If you could fucking imagine living a day as if your whole life was compacted in one day, what would you do? You know, if you had to compact your whole life into one day, right? And you had 24 hours to live and you had to leave something behind for your future civilization that would share some type of wisdom, some type of knowledge with them. And what you know and what's in your heart to be true and what feels good to you, what would you leave behind? It has to feel good. It can't be some hunky ass bullshit. It can't be like, well, I'll teach him how to fucking do Amazon FBA. No, fucking something from your heart, you know? What would you leave? Would you write a little manuscript? You know, would you fucking journal? Would do that, you know? I've been journaling a lot more, you know, and sometimes it's electronically and sometimes it's penmanship with my hand. It's what I'm feeling. Go with what you're feeling. I think it's very important, you know, that you don't force yourself. You know, there's not too much force. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes there's going to have to be a little push. But after that push, you should be gaining some momentum right then and there because it's something that you know deep down in your heart you want to do. But if you're doing shit that you just don't want to do, but a motherfucker out of a book told you need to do this to be successful, that's not going to work for you because it's not a vibrational alignment to you because you're resisting it. So you'd have to say, okay, how could I fucking make this better where I'd actually enjoy doing it? And do that with everything in life. Say, how could I make this more enjoyable? Like when I clean the house, I say affirmations. I remind myself how much of a blessing it is to be able to have a house to clean, even if it ain't my own. To have a roof over my head and be like, man, wow, I get to wash these dishes. I am blessed. Wow, I get to scrub down this shit and piss infested toilet. Man, I'm blessed. Because not only is it a blessing, but it builds character. You know? That's what a true leader is. A leader is going to get his hands dirty. It ain't going to fucking sit there and point positions out and say, okay, you're this, you're that. No, he's going to jump in and say, let's do this. What do you enjoy most? Okay, you work on that. I'm going to do this. And that's fucking leader mentality. And that's the mentality that we all have to embody. I think it's very important. You know? But life's blessing. Like, you know, let me say this. My current circumstances have nothing to do with my state of being. My state of being creates my circumstances. Create an affirmation based around that. I've been using that and it's been powerful. It's been taking me out of this fucking endless Groundhog Day ass fucking loop of same shit, different day. And I know a lot of individuals are experiencing that, regardless if they're going through their awakening. More so if they are going through their awakening because they're becoming aware that they're not fulfilled and they just can't keep doing the same old shit. So they feel like this intensity, and it actually intensifies that same shit, different day type feeling. So start creating affirmations based around my circumstances do not dictate my state of being. My state of being dictates my circumstances. I am a creator. I create through my vision, through my mind's eye. And what I focus my awareness on becomes my reality. So if I want to be unhappy, let me focus on unhappy shit. But if I want to be happy and I want to feel good and vibe out, let me think of shit that makes me excited. That's what we have to realize this. This is our control. This is our actual free will. This is our free will to fucking sit there and say, whoa, kind of feeling like shit, low vibing, hold up. Let me take 10 deep breaths. Let me move this fucking meat puppet around a little bit. And let me fucking think of something that makes my fucking heart just fucking tingle. You know? And in the beginning, I was discouraged with the whole creation thing, right? About having to create this emotion without actually having the experience. And it takes time. And all I have to say is, the secret to this is actually creating from the heart. If you're fucking sitting there saying, I want to be an actor because they make millions of dollars and they're famous, that's not from your heart. If you sit there and say, I want to be a musician because they get paid lots of money and they fuck all types of bitches all day. And when I say bitches, I don't mean it in a degrading sense. I just don't know a whole bunch of names I can name, you know? So bitches just works. And I'm just saying, create it from your heart. From your heart. And that's what makes the manifestation and the emotion come through. You know, in the beginning, you know, I was all ego-based and I was like, I want to do this because I want to create financial abundance. And that was really my only fucking trajectory. It's my only objective. I could say, oh, I want to be of service and I want to do this but at the time, no, I just didn't want to be a broke bitch anymore. But now the universe has humbled me, has told me, has shared with me, look, we stripped you down. You don't need that to feel worthy. Look at you now. Like, oh, man, tell you these are blessings. Like, it might not seem like it in the moment. And I remember being out on that trail over there, you know, getting down on myself and fucking ready to kick a door in and motherfucking put them things on a motherfucking, you know what I mean, Jet? No, I ain't gonna do that. But you know what I mean? Like, we get in this mentality and we like, damn, man. We start thinking like, man, prison is so much easier. You know, and it's that mentality that we jump back to But when we fucking transcend from it, we could always reflect back on that point where like, man, I remember that cycle, man. I fucking fell into that mental fuckery. And I was like, honestly fucking thinking of how comfortable it was to just be incarcerated. And that's sickening. And a lot of individuals are going through that. I used to fucking think like that. Like after life would be getting a little too intense, I would actually fucking think like, man, I could just go kick a door in right now and either one or two things are going to happen. I'm going to get motherfucking paid, Jack, or either way, I'm going to get 3 hots in a cot. Either way, I'm going to be straight. I'm going to be Gucci. And that was a fucked up mindset. And that was just a fear-based mindset with a lack of confidence because I didn't have any confidence or any self-worth within myself to know that I could be successful. And so many individuals, especially youngsters, going through the same struggle. And I know it is my purpose to share my experience with all these individuals that didn't grow up with a father, that wasn't loved the way they should have been, and just, you know, try to fit in as best as possible, but always felt like they weren't good enough. And I know that's my purpose. That's a piece of it. And once you fucking connect to your purpose, and you fucking create your vision, that fucking emotion that comes with that vision is going to come so fucking effortless. It's going to come effortless. And you're going to fucking just be so high vibing whenever you think about your fucking purpose. And if you fucking struggling and wondering what your purpose is, just remember it's been following your whole life. It's been following you your whole life, and you know what it is. Just look at the theme of your life and lessons that you've experienced and things that you've went through, whether it, addiction, incarceration, fucking abuse, rape, molestation, all these things that could have put us on a dark path, but we're such fucking warriors. We overcame it and we fucking persevered. And now it's time to share our story so others could benefit from it as well. Our story does no good if we keep it to ourselves. So I'm just going to end this fucking video and say, don't die with your music still in you. I love ya.